Buff Nation, I'm back. Been battling some sickness, and the Buffs are back on the recruiting hunt. They had a handful of guys, blue chip recruits for the class of 2026, come out and visit this weekend. So I'm going to be breaking those guys down in some individual videos because it's the offseason, right? Now, I do have some other videos on Coach Hart. Missing out on this guy I thought we had done. Don't worry, guys. The crash out will be coming. But this video is about KJ Edwards, man, blue chip running back number 2 in the country, according to 24/7, almost 2,200 all-purpose yards. Big time running back, number 0, and kind of who he reminds me of a little bit just with his power to speed combination. If you're looking at the NFL draft, so to speak, those kind of guys over the last a few weeks. He kind of does remind me of like some Omarion Hampton, some Quinshawn Judkins. I think he might be a little bit more fluid than an Omarion Hampton, but kind of has that upright running style. But I mean, just look how quickly he accelerates through the hole. I mean, nobody's touching him on like half of these runs. And can just make guys miss in a phone booth. So, again, no surprise, man. 2,200 yards this past year, or at his junior year, rather. And for his, going into his senior year, he is the number 2 overall running back, according to 24/7. The composite has him as the number 3 overall, but 5'10, 180 pounds. I think he's already looking bigger than that, man, if you ask me. But definitely a different style of running back than CU has had. Right now, I mean, we've just had trouble keeping guys on the roster. So we have a lot of um, ground to make up with a player like KJ. So I think right now Texas is the favorite to get him, and kind of how this works right now is Texas gets the guys that they want for the most part. So Coach Marshall Faulk, Coach Prime, these guys are really going to have to work their recruiting magic, as well as prove this year that they can run the ball. The fact that he's coming out here for a visit this early for an official, I think, is very, very positive. But if we're going to get a guy of this talent, we need to make sure that there's a commitment to the run game moving forward. And it's on everybody to make sure that happens. This guy is a total game breaker, game changer, a top 5 player overall in the state of Texas, regardless of position. So he's going to have his choice. We got to have the compensation right. We have to have the situation right. And we got to be darn good recruiters because we're going to be in the mix, at least right now, with everybody. And a guy that, can get those tough yards, as you can see, in between the tackles, but he can bounce things outside. I think he has underrated speed, some good elusiveness to his game. As you can see, I mean, they've put him out at wide, as you can see in some of these plays. So comfortable catching the ball as well. And you got to think about it. Okay, number 0. Does he want to be 0? Why can't we just bring back 0? I know Prime doesn't like zeros, but hey, we just retired 2 more numbers. Okay, it's time to open up 0. That's how I feel about it. And the last time we opened up 0, it helped us get our last 4-star running back that we recruited here out of high school, and that was Ashad Clayton. Did not work out. Ended up going to Tulane. He was a Mel Tucker recruit, so pretty much everybody left after Mel went midnight Mel on us. But let's bring back number 0. Let's make things as comfortable as possible. I guess he kind of does remind me a little bit of that, Adrian Peterson a little bit with his upright running stance. But yeah, just fantastic through contact. He can make guys miss. Again, kind of looking at all the NFL draft prospects this past draft, he kind of does remind me of a mix between Omarion Hampton and Judkins, just kind of with their body types and how he moves. So we'll have to see. I'll go ahead and read some of the scouting report here from 24/7 that they had about him. They said, frequent big play threat, excels at a cut and go as a cut and go slasher with agility in the hole to make a man miss, hit the second level quickly. Slippery strong with a low center of gravity that fosters positive pad level. Not statistically an open field move stringer, but capable of stacking cuts and gaining yards after contact. Sudden stop start athlete with jump cut bursts. Yes, not bounce happy, but particularly dangerous when he's bouncing things outside because of his lateral burst and leverage. Finishes runs above his weight. Advanced vision. So I mean, what is there not to like? This guy's the number 2 running back in the entire country, and he was here in Boulder. So I hope he enjoyed his time with the staff, and I'm sure that he lets CU know, hey, you guys are going to be of interest, but I'm not coming here, man. If we're running the ball 20% of the time, no, 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 no. It's time for a philosophy shift this year, and that's what I'm hoping. So, yeah, I think that if we can make Dallin Hayden into 1,000-yard rusher, and guys, I'm not talking about like that's easy, right? I'm just trying to say like what what would he need to see from CU to like seriously be open to coming here, right? And I think you would want to see 1,000-yard back here this year. And right now that's looking like Dallin Hayden. Maybe it's that that shorter guy, Caleb. I'm already DeCaleb right here from Incarnate Word. You guys can remind me in the comments, but he's a little bit smaller. So we got our work cut out for us. We've had great success over the last couple of years, or with this last year with the quarterbacks. Showcasing what Shador's done in this offense, and made a great pitch to Julian Lewis as well as Caden Salter, and we have them here for this year. I think we've gotten some good transfer offensive linemen in here, which is awesome. But yeah, the running back right now with Brandon Hood out of here, getting an offer from UMass. I don't know what went on with that, but it's time for us to start taking this running back group a little bit more seriously in terms of making sure we're filling it with talent. Right now, we got a couple guys that I think we can feel fairly good about, but if we can turn one of them into 1,000-yard rusher or a 1,200-yard all-purpose back this year, I think that makes a really strong case. We definitely, I think, are in position to have an offensive line to do it. Granted, we have some question marks at the center position, I think, right now. But overall, I think we've made an upgrade with all positions this year on the offensive line, starting positions. And you don't hire Marshall Faulk not to get these running backs seriously involved in the offense, right? So, y'all let me know your thoughts on this. Very, very interesting. I was not assuming we'd have a high caliber running back like that come out and visit. And guys, I'm just even talking about a visit because I think that is huge right now with a player of this caliber, with how terrible we have been with running the ball and committing to the run, right? So this is awesome to see, man, that he's out here. And in terms of the other schools that he's warm with, I guess, according to 24/7, you got Texas schools. So Baylor, Texas Longhorns, SMU, Texas A&M Aggies. So we can go ahead and mark off, Texas A&M. We can go ahead and mark off Baylor, although he does have an official visit coming out June 20th. I'm just going to say it, man. If he comes to the Big 12, it's got to be Colorado. I just got to say that out there right now. So I'm sorry, Baylor. But SMU, college football playoff team. Texas, college football playoff team. He has a visit to Texas June 6th. So that's something to keep in mind. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to see what he can do. And goodness, ran a 10.99 100 as a sophomore. And this past year, again, 2,200 all-purpose yards, essentially, 30 receptions, 26 total touchdowns. I love it. I don't think there's anything not to like about this player other than the fact that he's going to have serious competition coming from other schools, right? So y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. What did you think about KJ Edwards visiting? What do you think it would take? Don't come out here in the comments and say there's no chance. I'm asking you a question. What would it take, you think, to get KJ Edwards here to Colorado, aside from having the best money compensation package, all that? What do we need to prove on the field to make sure that a player like that is suiting up in the black and gold? I say, hey, 1,000-yard rusher, 1,200 all-purpose yards, something like that. And we just give him number 0. It's a number. Who cares? Scoba.